intimate role I've ever done. So the first intimate role I've ever done in my life was this one right there, and it was quite a leap, to say the least.
Yeah.
To learn. I mean,
No, I bet. So, what's maybe the most interesting, I guess besides the acting, what's the most interesting event that's happened in your life lately?
jeez, that's a good question. I guess I would say just the ramping up of the. I know this is gonna be really cheesy. All right, so cheese alert, cheese alert. Okay.
Slice it up.
Yeah. So cheese alert. So basically, just honestly being confident for once in my work, in that I've dipped the toe dipping that I referred to earlier is the only way you'll find something that you're truly good at. Like, how else are you supposed to discover something? As a musician, I knew I was mediocre. I knew I was discovering myself creatively, but I've been doing acting since I was like my mom was one of those moms that just threw the kid upstage. So as far as I can remember, essentially, and it takes a thrill, more of a kind of a shark, wanting to get that role next. Beside, instead of the guy beside you, you're reading his lines. I enjoy the spirit of competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find I've gotten that from a lot of different places. I mean, my background is probably more so in sports, but music has always played a big role. But I even tried a theater role when I was in grade 9. Yeah,
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so I went to French immersion high school, and actually I was it was a completely French play.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, funny enough, it was essentially a play mixed between the Three Little Pigs and Little Red Riding Hood. So the wolves were cousins, and then and the Three Little Pigs and Little Red Riding Hood were friends, and it was this whole it was an interesting take on it. It was actually one of the former students that had written the play, and then we performed it, and we actually ended up winning the top play, like the top high school play that year.
Nice.
But they had some critiques for me. So my character was actually one of the Three Little Pigs, and it was the more intelligent one. So you have the stick house, the straw house.
I don't even remember that.
And then the concrete or
the brick house.
Brick house.
Yeah.
So I was the one that built the brick house. I think I was called Brick in the thing too. But actually, my personality trait that I had to play was that I was actually the gay little pig, and so one of the wolves was actually a vegan, and so we ended up hitting it off and like this whole thing. But then for the rest of the year, I don't know how your experience has been, but then people judge me. I was in band and in theater, so you get judged as being the theater geek or the band geek, and I just went, isn't this a cool thing to actually be able to be on stage and perform for people, and yet you have the
high school's harsh.
You have the pushback.
Absolutely,
from people, so.
Especially through high school. As a matter of fact, I stopped